everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I decided I would share with you guys my recipe for Parmesan Crusted Salmon. What I have here is 2 salmon fillets, and I've gone ahead and lined my baking tray with some foil wrap just for easy cleanup. I have some plain breadcrumbs, some chopped parsley, some butter, freshly grated Parmesan cheese, basil powder, granulated garlic, salt and pepper to taste, and a little bit of olive oil. The first step is to make the crunchy coating that goes on top of the salmon. So what I've done in my pan here is I've melted all of my butter and I'm adding in my dried basil and my granulated garlic. Basically what I want these spices to do is bloom and permeate that butter. So once you stir that around and you can smell that it's fragrant, you're going to go ahead and add in all of your breadcrumbs. Remember, at this point you want to have your heat on a medium heat so this way this mixture doesn't burn, because that can happen very quickly. I'm going to let this cook for about 2 to 4 minutes until it's nice and golden brown, and then I'm going to come back and show you guys what it looks like. After exactly 4 minutes, this is what my breadcrumb mixture looks like, and as you guys can see, it's taken on a really nice golden brown color. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to shut the heat off and I'm going to let this cool down completely. If you were to add in your parsley and that Parmesan cheese, the parsley would end up wilting and your Parmesan cheese would just melt throughout this breadcrumb mixture. So you want to let this cool and then we could come and finish it off. While your breadcrumb mixture is cooling down, you can go ahead and move on to your salmon. So what I'm doing here is I'm adding some olive oil on top of the salmon. You want to go pretty light with the olive oil, being that you have butter on your topping that we just made. And what you're going to want to do now is sprinkle on a little bit of salt and pepper. Now be mindful of the salt because that Parmesan cheese will have salt in it, so you just want to gauge it to your taste, and you can add as much or as little black pepper as you'd like. Once you finish seasoning your salmon fillets, we're going to go ahead and set this aside and finish up our breadcrumb mixture. Breadcrumb mixture has cooled down completely and it's only slightly warm at this point. What I'm going to do is I'm adding in all of my chopped parsley and I'm going to go in with that freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Now, freshly grating your own Parmesan cheese at home truly makes a difference. The taste is totally different. So I recommend you freshly grate your own Parmesan cheese versus buying the pre-grated one that comes in that bottle. So I'm going to give this a stir and then we're going to go ahead and add this on top of our salmon. I have my salmon fillets here that we had seasoned from before, and once you finish mixing up your breadcrumb mixture, it's time to top it on top of the salmon. So you just want to take your hands, or you could use a spoon for this. I find my hands to be the most effective for this part. So you just want to go ahead and pile the mixture on between the 2 pieces of salmon. Now you really want to pack it on there. It might look like you have a lot of this mixture for these 2 small pieces of salmon, but you will use out that mixture as long as you pack it on top of the salmon. I finished packing my breadcrumb mixture onto both pieces of the salmon, and at this point I'm going to go ahead and pop this in my oven that I've preheated to 375 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and let it cook for exactly 12 minutes. Now, depending on how thick or how thin the pieces of salmon are is how long the cooking time will take. So the cooking time will vary. But I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when I take them out of the oven. I just pulled my salmon out of the oven and guys, it looks perfect. Look at that topping and how nice and golden brown it is, and it's very crispy at the top. Cannot wait to dig in. This is going to be one of the moistest salmon dishes that you will ever taste, so I hope you give it a try. Now, as I said before, your cooking time will vary depending on how thick or thin your salmon is. Mine took exactly 12 minutes, as I said before too. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet, and make sure to comment down below on what you guys would like to see next. Once again, thanks for watching, guys.